This year, the Chesapeake Public Schools Educational Foundation has provided over $33,000 in instructional innovation grants for teachers. They have continued to stock both the Teacher Supply Center and our student care spaces and assisted in bringing high-quality professional development opportunities to our district.
Was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paschall. I know everyone is eager for breakfast. At this time, Pastor Tracy Gregory from Emmanuel Baptist Church will deliver our blessing and invocation.
Good morning. It's my honor to be here with you today. Would you join me in prayer? Father, we come before you this morning with hearts full of gratitude for the opportunity to gather as a community. We thank you for the talents and abilities you blessed our teachers and school staff and administration with. And we pray for your presence, guidance as they serve in the most beautiful way. May they feel appreciated and valued for their efforts as they inspire and guide our students with excellence and integrity. Father, we pray for wisdom and vision for those in leadership and guide them in every decision. Grant them strength and patience in their challenging roles and allow them to see the fruits of their labor displayed in the success of the teachers and students in this community. Father, we are grateful for the gift of education and for the opportunity to learn and grow. May our schools be a place where children learn not only from books but also from one another. May they grow into responsible, compassionate, and thoughtful members of our society. Father, may we all hunger and thirst for you, and may your word be a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. Thank you, Lord, for this food before us. May it nourish our bodies and bring us together in gratitude and love. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Gregory. Please enjoy your breakfast at this time. If you are still eating, please continue to enjoy your breakfast. But before we continue this morning, I'd like to welcome some special guests whom we are happy to have here with us today. Please hold your applause until each group has been recognized. Those being recognized should stand as your name is called. Joining us from our Chesapeake School Board, Chair, Mrs. Angie Swigert, Vice Chair, Mrs. Kim Scott, along with board members, Mr. Elijah Colon, Miss Malia Huddle, Mr. Michael Lamonia, Mr. John McCormick, Mr. Norman Poole, and Dr. Brittany Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chesapeake School Board. From our central office, we have our superintendent, Jared A. Cotton. Those few of you who don't know, Dr. Cotton will have a chance you'll get to know him shortly. Members of the superintendent's cabinet with us today: Dr. Brian Austin, Mrs. Diane Edwards, Mrs. Melissa Glaude, Dr. Jackie Miller, Dr. Angie Smith, and Miss Paige Stutz. Thank you for joining us. We are honored to have with us, representing Congressman Jennifer Kiggins, Mr. Jonathan Gregnano, representing Bobby Scott, Mr. John Gerdees. Joining us for the Virginia General Assembly, we have Senator Christy Newcraig, representing Senator Luis Lucas, Jackson Miller, Delegate Bonita Anthony, Senator Lionel Spruill, representing the Attorney General's office, Nicholas Proffitt. The following guests are here representing the Chesapeake City Council: Mayor Dr. Rick West, along with council members Mr. Jeff Bunn, Mrs. Debbie Ritter, Mr. Les Smith Jr., Dr. Ella Ward, Mr. Daniel Whitaker. Thank you for being here. In addition, the following constitutional officers have joined us today: Miss Victoria Proffitt, Commissioner of the Revenue; Colonel David Rosado, Sheriff. Finally, additional special guests who are here today include Fire Chief Sam Galisano, City Manager Mr. Christopher Price, along with Deputy City Managers Mr. Robert Geis, Miss Laura Fitzpatrick, Mr. Brian Solis. Thank you for being here. At this time, it's my honor to introduce Mrs. Angela B. Swigert, Chairman of the Chesapeake School Board. She was first elected to the school board in May of 2020 and has served as chairman since January of 2023. Please welcome Mrs. Angela B. Swigert.
Good morning. On behalf of the entire City of Chesapeake School Board, including our Vice Chair, Kim Scott, Mr. Elijah Colon, Mrs. Amanda Walker, Mrs. Malia Huddle, Mr. Mike Lamonia, Mr. John McCormick, Mr. Norman Poole, and Dr. Brittany Walker, I am pleased to welcome you to the 2025 State of the Schools Breakfast. I would like to begin by expressing our deep gratitude to the members of the Chesapeake Public Schools Education Foundation. We appreciate all your hard work in support of our students and teachers. Our successes and advancements would not have been possible without the steadfast leadership of our superintendent, Dr. Jared Cotton. Regardless of the challenges, Dr. Cotton is vigilant about constant improvement and innovation. With over 30 years of experience in education, Dr. Cotton has a strong background in strategic planning, curriculum, and instruction. He believes educating the future generation starts with fostering strong relationships paired with creative and effective teaching practices, and he stresses the value of integrity in dealing with our students, staff, and members of our community. Most recently, he was named the Region 2 Superintendent of the Year by the Virginia Association of School Superintendents. This award is a testament to his educational leadership and dedication to improving student outcomes in Chesapeake and supporting educational initiatives statewide. We are fortunate to have a superintendent who believes in our ability to inspire, engage, and empower our students to achieve their highest potential. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jared Cotton.
Good morning, and thank you, Mrs. Swigert, for that introduction. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank you and all of the other school board members here today. Your support remains crucial to the success of our school district. Thank you again for the trust you place in me to lead this phenomenal school district filled with the best staff and students in the state. If we can give them a hand. On behalf of the school board and the entire leadership team of Chesapeake Public Schools, I would also like to thank everyone in attendance this morning for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us in supporting the mission of both Chesapeake Public Schools and our Educational Foundation. As Dr. Vail mentioned earlier, the Foundation provides invaluable resources to our teachers and students, and much of what we do is only possible with the continued support from them. If you are here representing the Chesapeake Public Schools Educational Foundation this morning, yes, we would like to recognize you as well. Would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you again for all you do. As Superintendent of Chesapeake Public Schools, it is truly an honor to be with you today, bringing you the annual update of the state of the school system. Each year, this event affords me the opportunity to reflect on our purpose and mission. And if you're anything like me, you might find that you do a lot of this type of reflection in your car. Whether it's on a long road trip to visit our son in Florida, which, by the way, we love to drive, or just on my daily commute. I often find myself using that time as a way to reflect on the goals and priorities of this incredible school district. Earlier this year, I headed out to read to some first graders at Deep Creek Elementary School, and as I approached the Deep Creek Bridge, I was amazed by the extensive work being done to expand and modernize the crossing. But it also seemed like a fitting connection to the way we, as educators, must continuously adapt in order to best serve the evolving needs of our students. The original bridge, built in 1934, no longer accommodates the volume of traffic or the needs of the communities it connects. Over time, all structures, including bridges like these, require updates and modernization. That's why, as a school district, we must be willing to adapt and evolve to meet the challenging needs of our students and community. For us, that work comes in the form of our strategic planning process. And as we wrap up our final year in our current plan today, I'm asking you to join us in looking toward the future and asking ourselves some important questions. How can we adequately prepare students for their futures? What more can we do to foster a culture of collaboration and innovation? And how can we continue to develop partnerships with our civic, community, and business leaders in the process? Your presence here today is already an important indicator that you not only care about these questions, but are excited and willing to help us find the answers. And that willingness to connect and contribute is precisely what makes Chesapeake such a great place and allows us to build not just a strong school system, but a thriving community. One that is filled with interlacing stretches of land and bodies of water that create a series of beautifully complex connections. These connections rely heavily on the numerous bridges that span our city and make it easier to reach our destinations and navigate challenging landscapes. In so many ways, our school district serves the same purpose, linking our various backgrounds and experiences together to create strong and lasting connections that carry our students toward their future. However, just as sometimes new bridges need to be built, like the ones the Hornets eagerly await, it is just as important to provide ongoing maintenance and support to the structures we already have in place. The same is true for our buildings and infrastructure. That's why we are so proud of our employees who make it their life's purpose to do the important, often unseen work that ensures our classrooms and facilities function properly, cultivating a sense of safety and belonging. You've already met one of those employees this morning, but it's my honor to share a little bit more of his incredible story with you. Take a look.
Tarrence Paschall. First things that come to mind when I think about Tarrence: kindness, humble, a gentleman. He's the kind of man that after you talk with him, you end up feeling even better about your day and yourself. Got a smile that will light up a room. Comes to work every day, hard worker. Anything you ask him to do, absolutely. I'll take care of it. I can literally hear him in my head right now when I ask him anything. Any work-related item that needs to get done. Absolutely, Mr. Parks. Absolutely, I'll take care of it. And that's just him as a person. That's how he goes about his life and his everyday work here. And that's just the man he is. He's the kind of man that you, if you're like myself and you're raising a son, you want him to grow up and be a lot like Tarrence Paschall.
Where I was presented the opportunity to sing the national anthem at Indian River High. And I asked some friends of mine at the warehouse if I could just sing it for them, see how they liked it. And they really enjoyed it. He said, well, you can sing that at Indian River. I said, I would be more honored to. I'm going to talk to Coach. And I talked to Coach Overton, and he said he would be glad to do it. I was impressed that they were impressed. So I thank God for the opportunity. Amen. Like I tell people all the time, they say, would I do it? I said, yeah. I work for the greatest school system in the country, Chesapeake Public Schools.
Mr. Paschall, thank you again for being here today to share your amazing voice with us, but more importantly, thank you for showing up every day for our school district and for the critical work you do to support our students and staff. Would you please stand one more time to be recognized? As Dr. Vail mentioned earlier, before joining our team, Tarrence sang with his brothers and father as a part of the Tidewater Gospel Group that went on to gain a national following. The Paschall brothers won multiple independent music awards, including Gospel Album of the Year, and were later honored by the National Endowment for the Arts with the National Heritage Fellowship. The group also graced stages at the Kennedy Center and the Library of Congress. Now we are incredibly proud to have him as a part of our team and honored that his path led him to a career with Chesapeake Public Schools. The same is true for another one of our employees who, despite the fact that his daughter is pursuing a degree in musical theater, he admits he doesn't have the singing voice of Mr. Paschall, but he does have a unique past that he used as a bridge to become an educator. Take a look.
From serving in the Navy to conducting experiments in the classroom.
One veteran explains what it's like to continue his service, but in a different way. Our Cheyenne Pagan has the story from Chesapeake.
You ready? Ready to go? Ready to go? Ready to go? Ready to go? All right.
Fist bump after fist bump, students file into Mr. Fedorowicz's classroom at Indian River High School, but they have no idea the chemistry experiment that was in store for them.
I'm going to give them a demonstration using a whoosh bottle and show them that these are covalent compounds. The thing that interests me about chemistry is the fact that it's simply rearranging the atom.
Right now, John Fedorowicz may be known as Mr. F to these high schoolers, but that's not always been the case. He retired as a commander after spending over 2 decades in the Navy.
My first job was aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt. We got ready when it went into Desert Storm. And to me, it was so interesting that when you're shipboard, there's just so much going on all the time.
After wrapping up his service, he didn't know what was next. That was until he discovered the Troops to Teachers program and decided to dive in with his chemistry degree and prior teaching knowledge in the military.
When I was done, I just kind of went out, put my name in the ring for different cities and said, I want to be a teacher now.
And that's exactly what he did, landing in Chesapeake for the last 10 years to teach kids his favorite subject.
It's amazing the flood of information and the trust they have in you once they do. And it's those little things, not necessarily having them memorize polyatomics or balance equations, but knowing that here's somebody that cares about my success. And you really, I don't think you can replicate that in any other profession but this one. Yes, there it is, right there. It's ionic.
He adds he wouldn't change a thing and wants to encourage others they can go down this career path too.
Every veteran can do this job. I mean, it's not easy, but the tools the military gives you, discipline, organization, communication, written and verbal, you have all the tools you need right now to be successful.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Cheyenne Pagan.
Hi, good morning.
Boy, nothing like seeing yourself in profile on a 10-foot screen to make you realize maybe I need to spend a little bit of the spring break in the gym, I think. But thank you very much, Dr. Cotton, for this invitation. I really appreciate it. I've never been to this prestigious event before, but very, very impressive. Maybe I can make a return trip at some point. I joined Chesapeake Public Schools in 2016 through the Troops to Teachers program. And after interviewing with Principal Naomi Dunbar, she took a chance on a brand new teacher who was 53 years old. Now, prior to teaching, I served as an intelligence officer for 25 years. And yes, I've heard every single joke about military intelligence, trust me. But being an intel officer actually involves a lot of the same things you do when you teach. It involves research. It involves finding accurate information. It involves presenting accurate information to senior leaders. And I've been grateful. I actually got my first experience doing that in Dam Neck, Virginia at the Intelligence Training School, and I think that actually planted the seed for me later on, after my Navy career was done, to be a teacher. Now, upon my retirement, I know I wanted to do something completely different than intelligence work. I wanted to get out of kind of government work, and so I kind of followed up on that same thing. I said, I'm actually going to follow through and see what this teaching thing is all about. I wanted a challenge, and I knew from the fact that I was nervous about doing it, and the fact that I wasn't sure that it probably was the challenge I was looking for. And I was right. The kids quickly learned that I was former military, and a lot of them were really interested. So now I get the opportunity to teach and tell them what the different branches of the military are involved in, what the different jobs in the military that sometimes have strange names might entail, and what the military was way back in the late 1900s. Now, in the military, you gain experience and you kind of prove yourself as a leader. You can be promoted through the ranks, okay? However, this also moves you further away from those proverbial trenches, the place where the action really occurs. And what I really enjoyed about being a junior officer in the Navy was what I enjoy about teaching in Chesapeake every single day. I enjoy working with the students. That special esprit de corps that teachers and administrators have as they continue to work with the students and navigate them through those complex worlds that, I personally didn't know anything about growing up. Social media, artificial intelligence, and then in addition to that, using ongoing and breaking research methodologies to help create really, really good lessons, which I think we do that a great job at Indian River and across Chesapeake as a whole. But one of my most satisfying experiences at Indian River has been bringing up another veteran by the name of Mr. James Onuska. He came in, they immediately assigned me to be his mentor, and I could see that same fire and passion in him, and I really enjoyed watching him become a top-flight earth science teacher. But I also enjoy sharing the life lessons to high schoolers as they get ready for college, the workforce, or sometimes even the military. I've given advice on everything from how to tie a tie, to how to change a tire, to how the stock market works. In addition to telling kids what life was actually like, before we had multiple channels on the TV, cell phones, satellite navigation, and social media. So I see my role as going from protecting the nation as a Navy officer to doing what teachers do every single day, one child, one lesson at a time, building the nation, creating citizens who are going to move this nation forward in every field. Well, we can't do this alone. We continue to benefit from the time, talents, and treasures of the city of Chesapeake. And I know I'm going to continue doing my part, and I hope you continue to journey with me along the way. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Wow, thank you, Mr. Fedorowicz, for joining us today, for sharing your story, and for your service to both the Navy and to the students of Indian River High School. You act as a reminder of the important connection we have to our military community in Chesapeake and throughout the Hampton Roads region. Also, you remind us that chemistry can be fun. Believe it or not, it really can be. By embracing hands-on learning opportunities across the district, teachers like Mr. Fedorowicz are preparing students for bright futures, ones that could even include bridging the gap between Earth and outer space. That was the assignment proposed last school year by Mr. Daniel Weaver and Ms. Christina Drury at Crestwood Intermediate School when they presented their students with an opportunity to participate in the Student Spaceflight Experiments program.
On its way to the International Space Station, carrying science, supplies, and the spirit of exploration.
Last spring, 5 fifth-grade science students from Crestwood Intermediate submitted a proposal to the highly competitive Student Spaceflight Experiments program.
We started back last year in Mr. Weaver's and Ms. Drury's class at Crestwood Intermediate School.
Their project, designed to investigate whether beet seeds can grow in microgravity, was selected to be conducted aboard the International Space Station.
So we chose beets just because all the good things we heard about them, like how they help with physical and mental health. Today, we got to did 2 mini labs.
And the mini lab is what the beet seeds are in. And we were packing it with the seeds and the cotton, while we were also packing our ground proof, which is the experiment that we had to do on land as the control to see the difference between what's in space and what's on the ground.
3, 2, 1, ignition, engine full power, and liftoff.
After the spacecraft's launch and docking, the astronauts began interacting with the experiments in space. When the mini-lab was returned to Earth, the team met to compare and assess the results.
These seeds came from the International Space Station.
There you go.
Okay, this time we took out the results. We have 2 microscopes so that we can take pictures and see the seed in closer depth.
Today we are working on the seeds. We are looking for roots.
It looks like it has little hairs coming off of it. Looks weird.
At first we thought we did see roots, but we found out it was just cotton. Even if none of the beet seeds actually germinated, I would say yes, it was a success, because you really can't fail in science because you always learn what not to do and what to do next time. It was a really fun experiment. I'm glad our teacher entered us in it, because we wouldn't have had this opportunity without him.
Go SpaceX, go Falcon, go CRS. Vehicles pushing down ramp, and we have.
Good morning. My name is Kelby Johnson II, and I am a 6th grader at Crestwood Middle School. I participated in a spaceflight experiment project sponsored by NASA that let students explore the reality of being a scientist. Last school year, 5th grade science classes from Crestwood Intermediate submitted projects to NASA for a contest. Our team was the only Virginia team to be selected by NASA. Our experiment on the germination of beets in microgravity was sent to the International Space Station to be performed by astronauts. We hypothesized that microgravity would be beneficial to the growth of the seeds. We learned that performing scientific investigations takes a long time, a lot of effort, and you may not get the expected results. To our surprise, we observed that none of the seeds on Earth or from space germinated. Although we didn't get the results we anticipated, it was still a great learning experience for us. Our team worked together as a cohesive unit where each of us had specific roles that we performed to successfully complete the investigation. We met regularly with our teachers to analyze data sent back from the International Space Station, and we collaborated to discuss ideas and to formulate a conclusion. We have also been able to share our experience with other students in and out of the state. We were excited to be given this chance, and we are looking forward to the other doors that it may open for us. I would like to recognize my team members, Layla Jeter, Allison Hudges, Jameson Beltane, and Kayla Crook-Watts. I would also like to thank my amazing teachers, Mr. Weaver and Mrs. Drury. Thank you for having me today.
Kelby is joined today by his parents and his teachers. Would you all please stand to be recognized? Making real-world connections to science is also the goal of our participation each year in the NAS Oceana Air Show. Every single 5th grade student was invited to participate in the 8th annual STEM Day, full of exploration and learning. The Oceana Naval Base turns their airfield into an outdoor laboratory filled with opportunities for students to complete science experiments, meet Navy pilots, and tour military aircraft. But this year, one of our big kids also got the ride of a lifetime. Take a look.
I found out just yesterday that I am going to fly with the Blue Angels on Tuesday.
All right, we are clear for takeoff. And we are airborne.
For me, it's a great opportunity to have another point of connection with my students because their families, some of their moms and dads are flying every day with the U.S. Navy or supporting fighter jets, and it's a great opportunity for me to connect with them in a unique way.
There you have it.
Hey, that's amazing.
Gorgeous.
It's certainly different than my day job. I know it shows me a lot about the work that men and women in the Navy do, and it really gives me a newfound respect and admiration for Navy pilots and all those connected to the Navy. I don't know. Well, I could go back up for sure, but I think I'll leave it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was a real challenge, and I admire the work that Navy pilots do because of that.
We are grateful that Mr. Luter made it safely back to Earth and is here with us today. I'm also grateful we didn't capture all the audio. I'm just guessing. I'm sure there's more that we didn't play. But Mr. Luter, would you please stand to be recognized? Educators like Mr. Weaver, Ms. Drury, and Mr. Luter are truly the architects of important bridges to exploration and knowledge that pave the way for our students to become the next generation of scientists and aviators. That's also certainly true across the city at Jolliffe Middle School, where future engineers are hard at work. This year, the school launched the first drone club in Chesapeake, thanks in large part to an Educational Foundation Instructional Innovations grant. This grant generously was sponsored by J.D. Miles and Sons. Watch how these students are also taking their learning to new heights.
In this program, I'm mainly a pilot, but sometimes I would do coding. For the past 2 years, we've been doing Bex IQ, which was a lot like this, just not drones, and I really wanted to try it out. Then Miss Swindle got me interested, so I signed up.
So I'm really there as a mentor. I'm there to help them find a passion and realize that they have inside of them what they can do successfully with this program.
In this program, I am a coder. I've always kind of liked this field, so I just pursued it when I got to middle school.
To see them smile and laugh and just grow since we've started this in September to what they're capable of doing now, it warms my heart.
I believe it makes school fun and memorable. Our students are building camaraderie amongst themselves, thus we're turning our kids into thinkers so that they own their own learning.
We actually placed 8 out of 19 teams at the NASA tournament, and that was way more than what we had expected, and we were excited and we learned from it. Success for me is seeing them persevere and seeing them realize that there is a future for this and that there is a future in STEM. When they show that growth and they show interest and they think, oh, well, why don't I do this? And maybe I could do this. And they realize that there's a whole other world open for them. because we are the only middle school right now doing this, I'm hoping that I can inspire other middle schools to do that as well.
The most fun thing in this club/program is getting to work together with people you wouldn't typically work with. That has been exciting. Also the snacks.
Definitely being around my teammates. They're great and amazing teammates. I could not ask for better ones.
Computer science teacher, Mrs. Truly Swindle, is here today with her drone competition team. Would you all please stand to be recognized? While our middle school students still have a few years to decide if they'll pursue careers based on these hands-on learning opportunities, our high school students are much closer to making important decisions about which bridges to cross to their future. Whether it's a bridge to being a restaurant owner, a doctor, or an actor, I'm proud of the extensive opportunities our students have to gain real-world experiences in our school district. One of these opportunities came to life this summer when high school students from across the city became a part of an inaugural group of the next generation of actors inspired by legendary Indian River High School alum, Mr. Jay Farrow.
I started right here, right in school. I got lost in the arts.
Jay was actually my student in the, I believe, 11th grade, and Jay used to do skits in my class.
Jay Farrow found inspiration from teachers and friends, but it was former Indian River High School principal, Mr. Fry, who inspired the SNL character that made him famous.
We have a word from Principal Fry.
Attention teachers and students. These are memories that will last a lifetime. Also, there's a wig in the punch bowl. I made that girl famous. I made it famous.
This past summer, Jay returned to Chesapeake to work with 15 student actors and comedians from across the city, otherwise known as the Farrow 15.
I'm here today working with a group of kids who very talented kids, artistic kids, you know what I mean? People who have performance skills, folks who have improv skills, folks who are interested in the arts.
I am a theater kid, a thespian.
And when they first came in, they were starstruck. And to see them bossing them around in the end and see him on stage, humbling himself in the presence of other actors and letting them shine, it was very humbling.
I was just trying to kind of like make ends meet, you know what I'm saying?
When you realize what Jay did for those kids, you understand Jay Farrow. Jay Farrow was one of those kids. And Jay came back and he not only showed them the blueprint, he told them, he said, have faith and keep moving, keep working, put the blinders on and work, work, work.
The most important theme of today is thinking it and making it happen. That's what it is. I'm a kid, theater kid from Greenbrier, you know, that it doesn't happen, but I spoke it into existence and I believed in it and it happened. You know what I got to say to that? Boom, baby!
Jay doesn't just donate his time to helping student actors thrive. He and his family established the Farrow Family Foundation to provide scholarships to art-centered students.
The Farrow Family Foundation is catered to finding kids who are artistic geniuses. Genius can be found in every different avenue. You just gotta know what to look for. And that's what we've been doing. And I'm proud of it.
Good morning. I'm Amaris Castile, a sophomore at Hickory High School and a member of the Farrow 15. The Farrow family gave me an opportunity I'll never forget and an experience that was nothing short of extraordinary. Well, to start, when I was 5 years old, I ran into the middle of some random spot in Myrtle Beach, grabbed a microphone, and sang Hello by Adele. From that moment forward, I knew I wanted to be a singer, and while other people saw it as childish dreaming, I'm not surprised that 11 years later, I'm going places because of it. While I was with Jay at Indian River High School, he tasked us with writing a play that was 10 minutes or less, and we had one day to do it, which definitely tested our creativity, and we proceeded to perform in front of the administration at the Empower Conference. If one thing stuck with me after participating in the Pharaoh 15 program, it's that if you're really passionate about something, take the first opportunity you're offered and see where it goes. I plan to continue doing what I love and be proud of it. And because of Jay, when I grow up, no matter where I end up, I'll always be reminded that I didn't get this far alone. With that said, thank you everyone for having me, my parents for supporting me, and Jay, along with the other 14 kids, for making this happen.
Thank you, Amaris, for being here today and for sharing your experience with us. Ramona Farrow from the Farrow Family Foundation and the inspiration for Jay's legendary SNL character, our beloved Mr. Jimmy Fry, are here with us today. Would you all please stand to be recognized? Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to witness the success of numerous alumni like Jay. This summer, that also included getting to celebrate a gold medal moment. Take a look.
Well, Grant Holloway is now an Olympic champion.
Oh yeah, and plenty of people in his hometown of Chesapeake were cheering him on in the 110-meter hurdles. Love that reaction.
I think I heard them all the way here in Norfolk.
Yeah, that looks like our newsroom today, too. Chesapeake Public Schools posted this video on social media showing administrators and teachers cheering Holloway's win. He's a 2016 grad of Grassfield High School.
That makes me smile every time I see that. This moment is proof that for educators, there's nothing like cheering your students on and witnessing this kind of achievement. And while not every student will become an award-winning actor or an Olympic champion, we believe that every student has a right to a strong foundation on which they can build any dream. Whether it's the Jordan Bridge, the region's tallest that connects us to our neighbors in Portsmouth, or the Centerville Turnpike that sits just 3 feet above the Intercoastal Waterway, both structures only operate because of the stability and safety that a strong foundation provides. For our culinary-inclined students, we are also laying the foundation for a brand new bridge that connects classroom instruction with real-life opportunity to operate their own cafe and catering business. Take a look.
So this program is a combination of advanced culinary schools as well as work-based learning. So it's really a match of both. Students must be seniors, and because this is a full semester course, they have to have room in their schedule, and then they're with us all day. When you come in, you are running a full-service restaurant as well as catering services.
Students get here about 8:30, so we give them 8:30 to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we expect them to be ready in the kitchen. Me or Chef Stetton will go down what each person needs to do for that day.
We do a lot of prepping, cooking, cleaning, mostly.
Like setting everything up, cleaning everything, like go over recipes.
Because I'm learning to cook from scratch and learning new knife skills and other skills that I did not know about before. Sometimes we just cook just to cook, just to see if we can do it. It's fun.
There are so many skills that go along with this. There's no hustle like a restaurant hustle.
If you want to expand your culinary skills, if you have a work ethic, if you have just a passion to be creative with food and being out in the open, servicing others, then this will be a great opportunity for you.
It's definitely also worth it.
Yeah, it's most definitely worth it.
Take the opportunity, it's worth it.
We are incredibly proud of the students who took advantage of this new opportunity. Our Spring Peak Cafe students are here today with their instructors, Mrs. Jessica Stedman and Mrs. Nicole Newsom. Would you all please stand to be recognized? I've been lucky enough to enjoy several of their culinary masterpieces. I think I've made it my mission to taste everything that they create. But one of my favorites has to be the apple muffins, but that word has gotten out because I can never get one anymore because everyone else is picking those up. But I've also been known to grab a panini from time to time, so congratulations to you all for a job well done. Our culinary arts students aren't the only ones using food as a bridge to the future. A group of students from Oscar Smith High School encouraged students and staff to slow down a little and pause to enjoy a fresh cup of coffee in the mornings.
Pause for Coffee is by far my favorite part of being here with Oscar Smith High School. It is a student-run coffee shop we have here in the building. It is available for faculty face-to-face and students by cart, room to room. So students who get served in the LEAD program get to work with the coffee shop on Fridays, blocks 1 through 4. So even if the coffee shop is not open, students are still cleaning the shop or doing inventory and learning everyday work skills that they can use in the real world.
PAUSE is an acronym for Providing Authentic Work Skills for Students, and that's exactly what we do.
I remember my very first day here. I didn't want to do it at first, but after like the first couple of weeks, I thought, hey, this job's pretty cool. Now, I started off as the hot drinks guy, the wingman at this point, but this year I am now one of the latte guys. I'm still the hot chocolate guy right now, so yeah, it's been going great.
I became the assistant manager when I was a freshman. I manage the attendance, make coffee shop updates, I always make menus, and making announcements to all of the teachers and students.
I work at Register and I also do deliveries. And cashier, it's difficult, but sometimes I manage, sometimes I freeze and get confused with prices, but sometimes it's all about getting help from your peers. And I think that's what counts when you're working at a job.
We've seen confidence skills boost. We've seen students taking more initiative for problem solving. Our students have to work together as a team. Students walk away a little more well-rounded, a little more ready for the real world.
Come on down here. We got some good stuff. We got lattes, hot chocolate, or just coffee. It's in the name. Pause for Coffee. It's in the name.
Dr. Valerie Walton is here with Jacob, Gavin, and Christopher. Would you all please stand to be recognized? It's abundantly clear that educators like Mrs. Stedman, Mrs. Newsom, and Dr. Walton value providing students with experiences that build confidence and foster a lifelong love of learning and personal growth. That growth was evident in Jacob's acknowledgement that he really didn't want to participate at first, but now he's clearly one of their best spokesmen. While students and staff are pausing for coffee at Oscar Smith High School, a different set of pause is making a mark over in the Western Branch area of our city. Please meet Finn, the therapy dog.
Where are we gonna go, Mom? Where are we gonna go?
That therapy dog is one who is here for the betterment and especially for social emotional wellness of all the children here at Western Branch High School.
We decided that it would be a wonderful opportunity to have the dogs come in to the school to offer stress relief, but specifically to work with our exceptional learners. The therapy dog program started with Tango. Tango was the therapy dog here at Western Branch for 8.5 years. He was just a natural. I mean, he truly was born to be a therapy dog. He was 10 years and 8 months when he passed. Unfortunately, right after he turned 10, he was diagnosed with cancer. Now, Finley is actually Tango's nephew, so they are related. Now, he's learning the ropes. He's young, so he's figuring out what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. And luckily, you know, Tango was a fabulous teacher. He taught Finley a lot.
Say your prayers. Say your prayers.
I mean, Finley is his own being, but there's a whole lot of Tango that we do see in there. Now, Finley, I would describe him as my little party boy. He just likes to make people happy. He loves to go to the assisted living facilities. He does the reading program for Suffolk Public Libraries, and then he loves to come to school. So, and he loves Mr. Hicks.
That's right.
Effervescence there, buddy.
Yes, indeed.
Cloud right
I said, you can hang with Uncle Quinn anytime you want to come here. I guess my emergence with therapy dogs was one through Tango and Miss Mary Beth Moore. And now Mr. Finn. You know, I haven't seen a person yet meet Finn or meet Tango who's walked in with a frown, leave with a frown. Most times they're leaving the therapy dog with a smile all over their face.
And then everybody has benefited from having the therapy dogs. The staff, you know, faculty, students, you know, it just kind of lightens the mood in the school.
I'm receiving the therapy, and I'm receiving the love, and I get to give it back. That's right, tummy rub.
Ben is here today with his human, Mary Beth Moore, a 27-year veteran science teacher for the Bruins. Would you please join me up here on stage? He's excited. Yeah. Here he comes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thank you, Mrs. Moore and Finn, for the incredible work you do to support our community. As a token of our appreciation, we may have overdone it a little bit, but please, you know how much we love dogs. Please accept this gift basket with goodies for a good boy. Yeah, you could just keep them up here for the rest of the time. I need some backup. As you saw in that piece, Finn's cousin Tango worked with Mary Beth for 8 years before passing away this past summer. Tango was a regular at every Western Branch event, but was especially loved for his appearances at graduation ceremonies. And I have to admit, it always seemed like Tango was beaming with pride to stand next to his beloved students as they achieve such an important milestone. It remains one of our top priorities to make sure that students are prepared to pursue their dreams after graduation. We've already seen this morning how our dedicated educators are laying the foundation for these bridges to success for our students, but we can't do it alone. Our partnership with Eastern Virginia Medical School is a prime example of bridging the gap between our classrooms and the future. The EVMS Health Sciences Academy, currently in its second year, provides students with a multi-year, tuition-free enrichment program that allows them to explore the diverse and ever-changing landscape of healthcare careers. Take a look.
My name is Keela Cowan-Gant, and I'm the director of the Health Sciences Academy here at EVMS. The students have joined us for a 2-week exploratory program where they learn about different health sciences professions. We try and put an emphasis on career building and technical skills so that they understand what is needed to be successful in the careers that they have identified as their potential career paths.
Really, the aim is to bring familiarity. We want these kids to know that there are so many different career pathways within health sciences. A lot of times they know what they're familiar with, they know what a nurse is, they know what a pediatrician is, but we really want them to see the depth and complexity of all of those different types of occupations that are out there.
It probably opened my eyes up to physical therapy. It kind of helped me, think that I actually like helping people, playing sports myself, I just want to help other people get better.
My experience has been great. The first person I talked to was a pathologist, and I held a stomach for the first time. It was definitely an interesting experience. Even during lunch, they came and they're like, hey, I'm a cardiologist, I do this. This is the school I went to, this is my path that I've gone to. I went to the military, this and the other. And it's super fun.
Every year, the 2 weeks culminate in a capstone project. They're split up into groups and they're given a specific injury or diagnosis to research, to look at the treatment team that would be preferable to work with a patient such as this. And then they do a little bit of a role play in front of a panel of professionals, faculty, MDs, staff who have worked with them throughout the 2 weeks. to provide feedback to them.
For me, I want to be an anesthesiologist, so this has really showed me that it's not really as hard as you think it is to become a doctor, and that you really just have to trust yourself and trust the process, and there's people who will help you along the way.
Good morning, CPS staff, community sponsors, and honored guests. My name is Mohinder Ramdan, and I'm so excited to be here today to talk to you about something I am very passionate about, the EVMS program that I've been attending for the last year. If you've ever been curious about what it's like to be in a medical school, nursing school, or even if you ever thought about pursuing a career in healthcare, then this program is something I definitely recommend. Now let me tell you why. Last summer, I was fortunate enough to attend my first year in this amazing program, and honestly, it was an experience that changed the way that I see our healthcare system. It wasn't just about learning medical terms or how to take someone's blood pressure, although we definitely need to know how to do that. It was about getting an inside look on the world of healthcare, how doctors think, how they interact with patients, and the challenges that they face every single day. During that time, we were exposed with various career paths available, the challenges and benefits that they possess, and the schooling needed to achieve them. We had many opportunities to not only learn about careers and doctors, but work hand in hand with them. I've had my fair share of experiences and developed an interest in radiology, cardiology, and my personal favorite, anesthesiology. The best part about this program is that if you find it as exciting as I did, you're able to enroll in the program's targeted dual enrollment classes while still in high school, helping you prepare now for the career you are pursuing. I love these classes, and not only have I gained so much knowledge, but I've also connected with peers who share similar challenges and aspirations. In all honesty, the support system we are provided is incredible. Everyone we encounter wants us to succeed. This program is evolving, and I truly believe it is an amazing opportunity for students like me who are passionate about learning and expanding their horizons. This program has not only changed my future career choices, my future salary, and success in life, although they are all good things, don't get me wrong, but this program is important because it affects the future of all of its participants, that it's still growing and learning, and at one point or another, one generation needs support from another. So help me and the ones around you and spread the word about this program, because one day you may be depending on me or one of my cheers for your for your medical needs. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for being here to share your experience, Mo. He is joined today by Dr. Keela Cohen-Gant, Assistant Director of Engagement, and Dr. Julie Stoner, Assistant Dean for Administration and Engagement at Eastern Virginia Medical School, and several of his Academy classmates, Connor, Kamari, and Dakota. Would you all please stand to be recognized? This year, it hasn't been only our students learning how to save lives. We've also begun implementing and training staff across the district to become HeartSafe certified. In collaboration with our local emergency responders, our schools are participating in Project Adam. The goal of the intensive training program is to ensure that anyone can respond quickly and potentially save a life when someone suffers sudden cardiac arrest. I'd like to congratulate Any River High School for officially becoming our first HeartSafe school, and to Nurse Tracy Goodwin for bringing this program to our district, and for your commitment to making our schools a safer and healthier place to learn and work. Here's the program in action at B.M. Williams Primary School that became our second HeartSafe certified school just last month.
Okay, we have a code Adam in room 29.
Project Adam is a national organization that helps schools become heart-safe. Project Adam started with Adam Lemmel. He was a high school student that had sudden cardiac arrest while playing basketball at his high school, and they had no preparation, no plan in place for sudden cardiac arrest, so he actually did pass away on school grounds.
His parents did not want his death to be in vain, so they created this in an effort to make sure that schools had the proper equipment and a plan of action in case this would happen. In 2008, I suffered from a cardiac arrest, and because of CPR with AED and some really awesome people, I did not lose my life that day. It's a great program, and we presented it to the staff. We really did get an overwhelming amount of responses of people who were interested and willing to help. We formed a team. We created a plan. We went over the different roles with the, for the CPR process and how we would go about it. And then we had some drills.
Shock delivered. Here to call code Adam. And we are the ones that show up, normally on the medic or the engine, and we come here to transport. Early CPR, early defibrillation, very important for the survivability of the patient.
And there are about 14 requirements that the schools have to accomplish in order to receive the designation. And the Chesapeake schools are on the trail doing that, starting with Indian River High School, being the first school to become designated.
I am super proud of the staff here at Indian River for becoming heart safe.
Our goal is to get every school in Chesapeake Public Schools heart safe designated, and certainly we'll be a part of that.
Nice, good job, good job.
Please join me in recognizing Nurse Tracy Goodwin from Indian River High School for bringing this important program to our district. She is here today with Project Adam Program Coordinator Alexis White. Would you both please stand to be recognized? These types of safety initiatives are only possible because of the commitment of our staff members like Nurse Goodwin that make health and safety a top priority. Mr. Matthew Barker at Deep Creek Central Elementary is another example of this type of dedication. In addition to his role as a PE teacher, he was honored earlier this year as one of the Virginia Department of Transportation's most outstanding crossing guards in the Commonwealth. Take a look.
I think you're going to love this story. Chesapeake schools are recognizing an unsung hero of the morning and afternoons. Crossing guards make sure our children get across the street safely during arrival and dismissal. Well, today, one guard received a prestigious award. 10 on your side's Rob Rizzo has the story.
At Deep Creek Central Elementary School in Chesapeake, the safety of their students is top priority. When it comes to their safety, that responsibility ends up in the hands of physical education teacher Matthew Barker.
Our community here in Deep Creek has nominated Mr. Barker several times, and through the nomination process through VDOT, we have the 7th year where we have one of our guards recognized as one of the top guards in the state.
The award for Outstanding Crossing Guard of the Year is given out by the Virginia Department of Transportation and coincides with the Crossing Guard Appreciation Day, which this year is February 12th.
I feel fantastic, surprised, ecstatic. There's not many words. There's so many words I could use to explain the honor that I've received for the duty that I do extra on top of the job that I already have.
For 7 years, Mr. Barker has worked here at the school as a PE teacher, as well as being the advisor for the school's AAA safety program. Together with a team of safety patrollers, it is their jobs to get the students in and out of the school safely.
Keeping the school safe is one of my priorities here, not only in the classroom, but also in the building as general, with getting kids from parent drop-off to come in the building. All that's something that I hold dear to my heart.
The selection process included years of service, how safe the community is, and their interaction with students and parents.
He's amazing, whether it's raining like it is right now, snowing like we had, sunshine, 100-degree weather, he's always out here in the mornings, afternoons.
And generally that rapport speaks loudest in their nominations, saying that he knows the students by names, they keep them safe, they know the parents as they come and go on the property.
And not only Mr. Barker was named this year's Outstanding Crossing Guard of the Year, but here at Deep Creek Central Elementary School, he was named Teacher of the Year. In Chesapeake, Robert Rizzo, 10 on your side.
Mr. Barker is here today. Would you please stand to be recognized? And as you heard in the video, he was also recognized this year as the 2025 Deep Creek Central Elementary School Teacher of the Year. He joined 47 other Teachers of the Year from across the district at our ceremony in early December. Here's a look back at the highlights from that incredible evening.
They leave handprints on the hearts of our youngest learners, and this is our opportunity to show them the love that they most certainly deserve.
Middle school often represents a time of big changes in the lives of our students and their families.
These educators often have the distinction of being the last impression on our students before they become adults.
Please join me in congratulating the 2025 Elementary Teacher of the Year from Butts Road Intermediate School, Julie Carey King.
This year's Middle School Teacher of the Year, Beth Deere.
Grassfield's #1 Grizzly, Shannon Anderson.
Please join me in congratulating this year's Teacher of the Year, who truly defies gravity, Caitlin Gabriel.
Our district-wide Teachers of the Year have joined us here today. Elementary Teacher of the Year from Butts Road Intermediate School, Mrs. Julie Carey King. Middle School Teacher of the Year from Hickory Middle School, Mrs. Beth Deere. High School Teacher of the Year from Grassfield High School, Mrs. Shannon Anderson. And our 2025 Chesapeake Teacher of the Year from Oscar Smith Middle School, Ms. Caitlin Gabriel. Would you all please stand to be recognized? These phenomenal educators are the bridges of knowledge, opportunity, and inspiration for the students they serve. The Teacher of the Year ceremony and recognition program provides us with an opportunity to celebrate the best of the best in our classrooms. But we also know that throughout our district, we have so many incredible employees doing incredible work to ensure that our students succeed. This year, in order to celebrate even more of our incredible employees, we launched a new employee recognition program, The Power of the Peak. The award recognizes dynamic individuals and celebrates their inspiring work. Each month, I've had the pleasure of surprising 3 recipients who go above and beyond in 3 categories: teach, support, and lead. Take a look at just a few of this year's honorees.
You won the very first Power of the Peak Award, which means that you were nominated by several people who say that you work hard, you're dedicated, you always have a smile on your face, and you help everybody in the building, and you get the official Power Pack. So we're here to surprise you.
Me? Oh, goodness.
This really belongs to my people, because they're the ones that do it.
Great.
But I do appreciate it.
Great.
I love my staff. I love my parents.
Oh! Oh, these are like the officials. Ooh!
Students, parents, colleagues, and community members are invited to nominate any employee who has made a significant impact in our district. At the end of our time together this morning, be sure to grab a copy of our annual report. Inside, you'll find more details about the program and a QR code to nominate a deserving employee. Each Power of the Peak employee brings different skills and talents to our school district, but one thing they all have in common is their passion for serving others. Just like the bridges that span our city, no single one looks or functions the same. But despite these differences, they all serve a common purpose: to help citizens navigate our waterways with ease and arrive safely to their destination. It's a good reminder that our students, despite their differences in need and ability, all deserve to arrive at their destination fully prepared for the future. You've already seen today the vital role our community partners play in this outcome. And this morning, it is truly an honor and privilege to acknowledge and celebrate one of these long-standing bridges between our school district and our community. Chesapeake Regional Healthcare has been a valued partner for many years, and as we mentioned earlier, also generously serves as our presenting sponsor for this event. But in addition to their financial contributions to support the Educational Foundation, this year we are very proud to celebrate yet another special milestone with them: the 10th anniversary of Project Search, an on-the-job training program that provides school-to-work transition support for our students with disabilities. Over the last 10 years, more than 80 students have successfully completed the program, including Drew Clemens, a 2017 graduate of Hickory High School, who just last year was named Employee of the Year for his work at the hospital. Take a look.
Project Search is a job skills training program that teaches students with Chesapeake Public Schools job skills, communication, and helps build their resume so they will be ready to have a job and meet their vocational goal once they graduate.
Each year we have a new group of high school students that become interns, and they come to Chesapeake Regional and they work. They do 3 10-week rotations in different places throughout the hospital.
My name is Drew Clemens. I went to Hickory High School. I graduated from 2017. I was in Project Search in 2017 to 2018. I was working at Chesapeake Regional for 6 years. My job title is basically maintenance tech. Taught a couple of Project Search kids about some stuff.
My name is Javier Ramos. I'm intern at Public Search, and I graduated 2023. Hickory High School, I worked for 3 months. Drew works, he helped me take it down, soap dispenser, clean floors, clean windows.
I've taught him how to use fire extinguishers. I taught him how to drill some stuff in the wall, how to put in a soap dispenser in the wall or hand sanitizer in the wall.
So Drew started working part-time, and he was very successful, and he was doing all the tasks that they needed from him, and because of that, he was able to evolve and become a full-time employee.
When I was in Project Search, maintenance was my last part in Project Search. My boss, Robbie Bernard, offered me the job. I used to be part-time, then about a year ago, I got offered full-time.
And based on all of his hard work and all the things that they were asking of him, they nominated him, and he was awarded Employee of the Year.
Everyone voted for me, apparently, and I got Employee of the Year.
If you want to work and you just need some guidance and someone to help you learn some skills, that's what this program is for. We just need you to have the right attitude coming into it. And the cool part is there's so much support here.
Thank you, Project Search. I'm glad I got to do Project Search, and I got the job.
Hello everyone, my name is Drew Clemens and I am honored to be here today. I am very grateful to Project Search and Chesapeake Regional Healthcare Center for the opportunity they have given me. I'd like to thank Mr. Culpepper and Mr. Robbie Bernard for the chance to work in the facilities department. I have learned so much and I am now able to help more around my house and so my parents are so grateful. Chesapeake Regional is a wonderful place to work, and I am proud to help other Project Search interns when they are assigned to the facilities department. I hope they can learn from me and also get a job that they love. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Reese Jackson to the stage and the CEO of Chesapeake Regional Healthcare to the stage to also share his experience with our Project Surge program.
Thank you. I'd like to share what Project Search means to Chesapeake Regional and to me as well. It's common to see Project Search alum at Chesapeake Regional, and when I do, I think, what a great employee. What's in the back of my mind is, why isn't everyone like that? Truly, the Project Search team members at Chesapeake Regional are some of our very finest employees. When I arrived at Chesapeake Regional a little over 8 years ago, I didn't know much about the program, really only in the abstract. And now over time, I've come to learn its value and its beauty. For me, it begins with orientation. The parents and students arrive, they really don't know each other that well, much less what awaits them. And then it culminates with graduation. The students are so much more confident. The parents are both filled with pride and appreciative. And I've attended a lot of graduations, to include those of my own daughters, and they're not as special. And why is that? Project Search is a shared experience. It includes the school, its instructors, the students, the parents, their family members, but also the hospital, its management team, its preceptors. It's grounded in love. It's cheerful. And really, it reflects the importance and the meaning of work, regardless of what you do, to oneself and to others. And really, I cannot imagine a role at Chesapeake Regional without Project Search. Thank you, Chesapeake Public Schools.
Thank you so much, Drew and Reese. Your passion for this initiative is evident in the incredible work you both do. We also have some other members of our Project Search team with us this morning. Regional Manager Erica Neville, Coordinator Meredith Brickhouse, Instructor Jillian Dillon, and Project Search Skills Trainer Tisha Patillo. I'd also like to thank Dr. Lisa Perkins, Assistant Director of Exceptional Learning, who is retiring this year with over 30 years of experience to Chesapeake Public Schools. She wrote the original grant proposal that brought Project Search to our district. Would you all please stand to be recognized? Congratulations again on an incredible 10 years. As we wrap up our time together this morning, it is my privilege to celebrate the incredible work and dedication of another outstanding member of our community. To help me do the honors, I'd like to invite Chesapeake Educational Foundation Board Chair, Mr. Chris Crouch, to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Cotton, for the opportunity to be here this morning to host the State of the Schools breakfast. Our primary goal as an organization is to support the work of the school district by providing funding and creating connections that support the meaningful work done here in Chesapeake schools. As you've already alluded to, that work doesn't just happen on its own. It's only possible with the dedication of employees like Mr. Barker, the excitement of students like Kelby Johnson, and the commitment of partners like Chesapeake Regional. Today, it's an honor to be here on stage to celebrate another individual who exemplifies the mission and the vision of our foundation as this year's Pride of the Peak recipient. The award was established in 2021 as a way for our educational foundation in Chesapeake Public Schools to honor someone who embodies the spirit and service to our schools. And just by looking around the room this morning, I'm confident that this year's recipient has touched the lives of many of you as well. Take a look.
This year's recipient has a special place in my heart. She's somebody that I've called on so many times.
This person is larger than life. When she walks into the room lights up, from her personality to whatever's coming out of her mouth.
If you think of a sunflower, it is like the largest, grandest flower in the garden with the biggest personality and just stands out in the garden. Well, that is this recipient.
When we go into the schools, it can never just be a 5-minute visit to visit somebody. It always ends up being 30, 45 minutes because everybody wants to see her.
It is always hard to get a hold of her because she is always out and about doing something for someone else.
Whenever there's a school in need, she's there. Whenever there's something in the community that needs to be done, she's there.
She's tirelessly standing up for all the kids in Title I schools. She's making her voice heard for them.
That type of service is definitely, it comes from her heart.
And everything that she does is to make us better, to make Chesapeake Public Schools better, to make this somewhere where we are proud to say that we work, we attend, and that our students attended.
There are just not enough words to say thank you for all you've done for me, for our students, for the building, for all of South Norfolk, and just Chesapeake.
I just want to say thank you for everything you've done, not only for Oscar Smith Middle School and all of Chesapeake Public Schools. Thank you for all that you do and continue to do for the community around you.
Thank you for everything you've done for me, Chesapeake Career Center, and for Chesapeake Public Schools.
Thank you, Ms. Brenda, for showing this entire community how much we mean to you.
Ms. Brenda Johnson, you are the pride of the Peak.
Brenda Johnson, you are the pride of the Peak.
Ms. Johnson, you are the pride of the Peak.
Miss Brenda, you are the pride of the Peak.
We love you.
Miss Brenda Johnson, would you please join us up here on stage to accept your award? I think we surprised her this morning. Miss Brenda, we are so proud of you and grateful to have someone like you in our community, serving as a champion for both students and staff, and to honor your lifelong commitment to Chesapeake Public Schools and your love, specifically for the South Norfolk community. We also have one more surprise for you, if that wasn't enough. With the help of Collins Machinery and Hackworth Printing, we are very proud to announce the creation of a $10,000 scholarship to be named in your honor, and we look forward to working with you to establish the criteria and select deserving students, because we know you want to be involved in that process, who will continue your legacy of service. Congratulations. All right, don't take that one to the bank. We'll get you the real one. At the start of our time together this morning, I asked you to consider a few questions. How can we adequately prepare students for their futures? What more can we do to foster a culture of collaboration and innovation? And how can we continue to foster partnerships with our civic, community, and business leaders in the process? I hope after being with us today, you leave more confident than ever in the answers to these questions and excited to help us continue to build bridges of knowledge, opportunity, and connection right here in Chesapeake. But if you need even more proof of the power of these connections, here's a look at the many other incredible moments, big and small, that happen across our district every day. I know you were a little frightened when you saw me driving that school bus. I could tell. Thank you again for your time this morning. As you leave today, don't forget to take a copy of our annual report with you. Our students and staff will be distributing them as you depart this morning. And on your drive home, I hope you take some time to reflect on what you've seen and heard today. Maybe the next bridge you cross will remind you of the valuable connection you have to our school community. Thank you again for your time and support of Chesapeake Public Schools. Have a great day.